Hello and welcome to War Thunder gameplay. This is a B-24 Liberator. It's the only B-24 proper in the game, on the American side anyway. I'm on the defending Stalingrad map, and as is custom, I have called out... Let's slow it down a little bit here. This is a replay. I apologize for this being a replay, but I had no idea this game was going to be this interesting. I thought it was just a routine bombing run, so I didn't record it in progress. We're getting the replay here, which has advantage and disadvantage. We can control the speed, but we can't see the aircraft destroyed messages and stuff like that. Anyway, this thing is not fully spaded. I have a lot of work to do on the engine mods and things like that. But it does have the guns finally finished. As is custom, I have called a base. That means that this rightmost base here are the three enemy bases, which you can see on the map here. Here, and here. I've said I'm bombing it. Now that's so that I don't waste all my time, and in particular, my bombs, on something that somebody else has already dropped on. So, traditionally it's customary to let people call bases first come, first serve, and it doesn't mean you call dibs, it just means you're letting everyone know your strategy, and of course I've already flown halfway across the map here now, heading toward this base. And after I did that, this little AM-1 down here, which is a ground attacker, called the base. So I pointed out that is indeed the base that I mentioned. He didn't reply, so now I ask him, is he really planning to bomb it after I've committed more than a third of the travel time to the target? Now this Ju-288 is coming. They are heavily armed with cannons. It's a bomber. He's going to take shots at me. We exchange fire. I don't know if I hit him, but he does hit me, although not seriously. Just blinks me. Alright, and then he goes sailing off. We will probably... I think he's the guy we see later. Okay, he does blink me there. I don't think I got him. It's hard to lead these things at weird angles and stuff. Okay, so here's a Yak-3. Peppa, I believe is his name. Log in. Chasing the AM-1. After the AM-1 tells me, smart alecky, maybe he's going to go for the base. So when I see the Yak-3, I decide not to turn for one of the other bases, because maybe the Yak-3 will get him. Notice, however, there's a BF-109 coming in. That's actually a K model, which is the best BF-109 in the game. So there's Peppa closing in on the AM-1. He fades in and out of vision. I don't know why. He's shooting now. You can see that down there. And he gets the kill. Shooting down. Now we'll see that guy later too. Okay, back to the bad guy. Here comes the 109 moseying up on me. I'm going to switch to my in-game vision here. Checking to see, yeah, okay, there's the target starting to come. I line up a little bit better on it with a slight left shift. Now, I don't know how many bombs it'll take to take out the target, but if I'm going to get shot down by this 109, I want to get the target for sure, because I have a task I'm doing when I got to get one more ground target at this BR, or tier 3 planes or higher. So, I'm going to make sure I get the kill on that ground target. I just re-equipped this plane with the new improved 50 caliber turrets and 12 500-pound bombs instead of 8 500-pound bombs. So, question is, how many should I drop on this base to make sure I get it and yet still have some leftovers to do more damage later in the game? And the answer is, I'm dropping all 12. I don't know. Bases vary by the BR you're playing at. I'm not sure what BR this is exactly. I'm a 5.7 plane. I just let go with all my bombs. And the bombs are away now. And here comes the 109, so it's time to man the guns and defend ourselves. He climbs up. This thing has a 30mm cannon in the nose. And some other guns, I think also cannons, I'm not sure. I take some speculative shots to try and lead him in his climb, but he's climbing up. So, got the throttles open here. I'm flying away not in any hopes of outrunning him, but to make sure that as he trails me, I get more time to line up shots. He's not closing at a rapid rate. Note, there are plenty of other fighters up here to make trouble. That PP-5Y over there on the right of the screen is in trouble. He's a bomber. Now, the guns on this thing are American 50 cals, which are good guns, but in general, there's not a lot of them on a B-24. As you can see, I've got dorsal turret, tail turret with two little waist guns, and then there's the belly turret. Here's my bombs going down. And they destroy the base. Yay. So it's gone now. But, in addition to not being very heavily armed, the difference between cannons and machine guns is that you can chew up these fighters and kill them with machine guns, but a couple of cannon rounds hit your wing and snap it clean off and kill you instantly. In real life, of course, lots of bombers were shot down by the Germans, but I think that in real life a lot of them were chewed up and lost altitude and fell out of formation and eventually crashed. Never made it home. I don't think there was so much instant kill kind of stuff going on as happens in War Thunder. You can tell I'm kind of resentful. This bomber at 5.7 is much worse than the German bombers at 3.3. I've got no idea why. I'm not sure why this thing is battle rated higher than the B-17s, which are much more heavily armed and carry equivalent bomb loads in game. But it is. I guess it's a little faster than B-17, but it's not fast enough to make a difference. I'm a lumbering hulk compared to this guy. Now I can't maneuver well. I might rip my wings off if I tried high G maneuvers. And I don't have a lot of guns. And this is the best BF-109 in the game. BF-109Ks are terrifying. I know it's a K because I looked at it after the game, although in the recording here, the replay, you can see the plane name over here, even though you couldn't see it during the actual game. Okay, so some more lead shootings trying to see if I can blink him or deter him. And he starts slaloming back and forth over me here. The little green circles are where my turret gunners are being aimed. I'm doing this manually. Yeah, there we go. Get some lead on him and try and lay some shells out in front of him, some slugs. But he's taking his time making lazy circles up there. I'm not sure why. Maybe he's afraid of my guns. I've had a terrible, terrible record of getting aircraft in the most of the advanced bombers, the four-engine bombers the Americans have. Even the more heavily armed B-17s. So here I'm in this poor B-24 trying to see if I can get this guy. Nothing coming of it here. I'm going to speed it up to normal speed because it's kind of slow. Alright, now he's rolled inverted. Now he's coming in. Ooh. And I actually stopped shooting for a second and maneuver because I've learned that they're generally bad shots and they miss a lot. Okay, he hits one of my engines pretty hard. I fail to get my guns out in front of him, and he goes under me unharmed and climbs away. You can see on the little paper doll display here on the left bottom that one of my engines is black, and I'm all shot up. He loops around behind me very confidently. It's hard to hit. Now he's leveling out. No, now he goes to the side and below again. At some point he's coming in for another pass. Okay, there he comes. Trying to lead him properly. He's slaloming back and forth, I guess. Can hardly call it a maneuver that the bomber is doing, but I'm trying to change my line of flight a little bit to throw off his aim. Alright, he's going to come up in a second. Here he comes. He shoots again, he hits me. It's hard to get the gunners in front of him, he's moving that fast, but I'm trying. As you can see, with the smoke and everything, other effects, the game is a little choppy and it's pretty hard to see my aiming point, let alone hold it consistently, let alone predict his movement. And he's messing around down there some more. taking some more long-range shots. These gunners can reload after they run out, so although you're vulnerable while they're reloading, you have effectively infinite machine gun ammo. I guess there's big buckets of it in the plane or something. Here he comes in a weird climb up towards my underbelly from the side, and misses, as you might expect would happen when he does a weird angle of attack. Now he's much better positioned. I'm trying to find him. I'm getting him some hits. There we go, and he's on fire. Burning brightly. I have that one direct engine. He dives away. I fire some long-range shots. I actually hit him twice during this dive. But he's not coming back. He's done. He's heading for their base, which is, as you can see, not too far away. I am here. He's heading for their base here. I guess he'll make it because he does not go down. He just runs away. So now I've bombed my base. I've got my one target hit hard. Got no bombs left. My team, however, is all gone except this one guy, Old Man Jackson, in a Spitfire, who's ground attacking with bombs for no reason known to man. And as you can see, there's a bunch of them left alive. 8 of them. 8 to 2. Okay, so I am a long way from home here. I'm here. Home is over here. Get across this whole map, and there's a bunch of guys left on it. Yak 9P is an excellent aircraft. The Yak 3P, which is lower ranked and less well regarded, is described as an excellent aircraft with many redeeming qualities. So, both of those are terrifying to face as a bomber. Right now, notice this Hugh-Pack guy over here, Yak 9, in the distance. He's got 3 kills right now. He's also going to get the Spitfire for 4 kills and be the lead killer in the game. And suddenly I see a Yak 3 coming in on the right. Pepica, that's the same guy who shot down my rival earlier, which was kind of doing me a favor. And I did get that base. So I'm going to now turn, not because I think he can outrun him, especially with one engine done. I guess it's not quite dead yet, but it's hurting. Trailing smoke there, my inboard right engine. But rather, I'm turning away again to maximize the length of his approach and give me more time to aim. I have good gunnery to the rear, comparatively, but I never have more than 4 heavy machine guns on any axis, and he's a fighter. Okay, some long-range shooting out there to try and get the waist gun involved too there. That's nice. Try and see if I can get him. No, he goes up. Curving in now, I'm trying to lead him as he slants across toward my right. Trying to lead. There we go. That's a good hit. Okay, now the first thing to do now is to turn. See, put some cannon rounds in my wing there. But I want to make his aim hard. He blows off one of my rudders. But I got 2 rudders. Still flying. And I thought he was going to ram me here. But he passes right underneath me. And his fire goes out because Russian planes. I don't know if it's true or not, but people claim Russian planes are fireproof in the game. Okay, I critted him again there. That little ding is a crit sound. The cooling system. So now he's leaking, and of course he's been on fire and suffered God knows what damage from that. And he calmly comes in for another pass. Trying to find the lead here as he slaloms around a bit. There we go. Hit his other wing on fire. And my engine finally dies. Gunners are still hosing him down. That's another ding critical, but I think that one's from the fire. And he breaks up. He loses a wing. And I get the kill. So, I've bombed a base, I've driven one guy off wrecked, and I've set fire to this guy twice. Left wing and right wing fuel tanks, and eventually gotten the kill. Time to bring this baby home. In the meantime, you'll notice Old Man Jackson, my only other teammate, has been shot down by Hugh-Pack. So, Hugh-Pack here now has 4 kills and is on the verge of an ace game. Kenneth Play here, flying a Ju-288C, also has 1 kill, even though that's a bomber. So he's like me, he's got the kill. I'm heading home, I'm missing 1 rudder. on the left there, and holes all over my left wing, and missing a right engine, inboard right engine. But still flyable, still doing decent speed. Did about 189, 190 earlier, now doing 164 with 3 engines, so it's manageable. I get a little bit of a list to the left, as you can see, because less lift on my left wing, which you can correct with rudders, but I'm down to rudders. And here comes Hupak, leading enemy pilot flying at Yak 9P, which is a fabulous aircraft. Cannon armed out the wazoo. Again, the turn away. You have to start it early. You can't be caught turning because you got to use your gunners. The game's AI gunners you can have AI control the game's gunners, but they don't shoot until extremely close range. Now notice up here at the top, I'm going to pause it a second, the score. Blue is our team, red is their team. We're close to the end of their tickets, so it's possible if I can stay alive that I might win the game. So his incentive is to shoot me down as quickly as possible, because I'm the last player, and they'll win the game before tickets run out. The AI will sometimes get tickets for us, so I don't necessarily have to do the damage myself. My main goal here is to stay alive. Here he comes. Again, some long-range shots to try and lead him and maybe scare him a bit. He comes in again. They do that side-to-side motion to make themselves hard targets. Now there's gunnery coming from somewhere else. So I'm going to look around a minute here, pause it and look around. And above me, there's Kenneth Play in the Ju-288C, also shooting me. Because, you know, it wouldn't be enough for me to be taking on this fabulous enemy fighter solo with damaged plane. I have to be hit from above and below at the same time, double teamed. Alright, returning you now to my previous viewpoint. And we're going to slow the speed by half so you can get more sight. Okay, there's the... I'm trying to shoot and lead him. He's hitting me. He's hitting me. He turns to make it harder shot. Try to get the guns out in front of him again. There we go. Instant kill. Now I'm under fire from this guy. Okay, so... he's definitely dead. Swing the guns up on this guy. He's still within shooting range, 0.8 of a mile. And I start trying to get bullets out in front of him and hit him. And he's turning, making my shot more difficult. Put guns out in front of him, trying to guess how much dive and climb he's doing as he pulls up a little bit. Points are running out. Up at the top. Okay, so we might be about to win here. And I hit his engines. Both engines are smoking. And the game ends with a victory, as we do enough damage to ground targets and bases to win the game, even though we only have one plane left. So there we are. 2 kills on high-performance fighters. A third high-performance fighter set on fire and chased off. And I wrecked both engines, or damaged both engines on a Ju-288 twin-engine bomber, who might never have made it home after that. And I overdid it, dropping tonnage on that base, but all 12 bombs on that base, but got my base. Wonderful game.